City of Cleveland Council. My name is Whitfield Townsend. I live at 1654 Brentwood Avenue. I just want to say a few words here to the new faces. They're looking good, and I hope they can come together as a good team and do better than we've done in the past. We're looking at you all to make a showing. I take my hat off to Vermont. He is fighting hard. They say what they want, but he's holding on. So we want you all to get together and make a better team than we had in the past. So it looks good, and we want it to continue to look that way. I want to say I'm glad to see the new faces, and we've made some changes here. Even I feel better now that we made some changes with our tax dollars. And I'm glad to see all the public turnout, that they serious. When they come out at this weather just about zero, people are getting serious now. So we want you all to do the best you can, and don't kill yourself, because they're killing our people every day and night. Work with our police department. If you see something ain't right, make a report of it. I ain't said run down there and sneak, but when you see something wrong to our citizens of East Cleveland, you all make a report of it and tell somebody something. Don't just go around like you don't know what's going on in our city. Help them out, because we need them. If we don't have these police in here and do what they're supposed to do, and the city help them, we're going to go under. So do what we can with our police department. So I thank you all, and I'm glad to see you this new year, and you're looking good. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Nicola Stanberry. I haven't been up here in a while. And this is a new year. And I'm talking directly to the City Council and administration. I want to see, you know, we done talked a lot. We done talked enough. We done talked enough, and we're going over the same thing over and over. Hey, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. We need some new things. We need to work together, and I'm hoping the administration and the council will work together, because if you're working together, you can get things done. Amen. If you're not together, you're not going to ever get anything done. So now my prayers, and it's been my prayers, and I'm going to continue to pray. Our heart got to be right. Amen. Your heart got to be right to want to help your city and help the citizen of East Cleveland. I'm not coming up here criticizing and saying who shot John. Look, it's a lot of work to be done. So if you all work together, we got to help. We can't come up here and just criticize all the time. We got to do our part. And if we ain't doing our part, look, I've been in this city 50 years. And I've been hearing this thing, and I've been coming to these meetings for 50 years. I haven't seen, I've been hearing the same thing for 50 years. And like I said, I'm tired of being sick and tired. Look, we need to get some work done. So now I'm not going to criticize. We need to do better. Look, if you do better, you know, you can read that Holy Bible. You got to put it into action. When you read it and put it down, it ain't going to do nobody no good. You got to put it in action and stop talking. Amen. Thank you very much.
My name is Laura Townsend. I live at 1654 Bryn Mawr. I came to our East Cleveland in January 1966, and it is really a blessing to see two young men that grew up in the city. Mr. Will was one of the first African Americans to move into East Cleveland, and that we have had history around us all the time. But some of us keep looking for the pie in the sky when the pie is right there. Right. All we have to do is pick it up and eat it. From 1964 to 84, East Cleveland schools were one of the top schools in the nation. When that first George Bush went into the White House, that's when you saw a big change coming to our city. It wasn't the poor people that brought all those drugs into our city. It was that rich man with ships and the airplanes that brought all those drugs into our city. But as I said, some of us are still looking for the pie in the sky when the pie is right there. So wake up, my people. It's time for us to do what we're supposed to do. God had a purpose for making us. up the reins and do what we're supposed to do. I have been looking at these two young men ever since they were little kids. So I'm looking for a miracle, okay?
Dr. Patricia Bohoviak, 1894 Farmington, and I think we could all use some miracles, along with some hard work. The school board, I just want to update on a few things. We're meeting tomorrow night at 6 to interview people for library board vacancies. While you're welcome, most of the meeting is going to be an executive session, so probably be one of the more boring meetings to attend. We're also meeting on the 27th. We have a special meeting on that day. And while I haven't seen the agenda yet, I tend to think that that one's going to be largely an executive session too. But, you know, without knowing what might be added to the agenda before the time, I can't be sure. Our next regular meeting will be, as always, on the second Monday at 7 o'clock at Shaw, and there's always a wide variety of interesting discussion at that. Certainly everybody is welcome at any of them, but the one that's most likely to be mostly an open session is the one that's the regular one on the second Monday. While the schools are certainly in better financial shape than the city is, one of the things I am always discussing is ways that we can save money. And I look at the city with its $1.7 million in outstanding debts and the certainty of a lower budget this year. And I look at some of those outstanding debts, and I'm suggesting to the city, just like I'm suggesting to the schools, that we stop buying bottled water, for example, which costs 2,000 times more than drinking tap water. Another thing is there's a voluntary program for decreasing energy consumption. And they've done it in schools and some of them have saved 20, 25, 30% on their energy bills. And what people do, some of it's really easy. You know, you turn off the lights when you leave the room. And make sure that if you're not using a computer, it's powered down so that you're not using it. Another thing is turn the heat down a couple degrees. You can save huge amounts. Make sure that you use the minimum amount of water that you need for any certain function. But, you know, when you look at a budget where some departments are 113% over their budget by the end of November, we all need to cut that.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Council, Mr. Mayor, brothers and sisters of East Cleveland. My name is Ernest Smith, 14108 Orinoco, 15453 Euclid Avenue, Chairman of Oppressed People's Nation. This will be my first time seeing the two new council members. I want to say congratulations, Brother King, and especially Thomas Wheeler. I really want to talk to the people of East Cleveland, use my time to talk to the people of East Cleveland. Brothers and sisters, we must realize that if we don't love ourselves, we can't depend on the power structure or anybody else to love us. We must understand that we don't have to merge or do anything. All we have to do is put pride back in the people and have pride in ourselves. I didn't come here tonight to continue the conversation as far as what we need to do. I come with the conversation to invite you to do what these young people call the Oppressed People Nation been out here doing for the past five years. We can't just talk. We have to get out here on the streets with these youth. We can't be scared of them. We have to knock on doors. We have to put pride back in the people, just like we went around for campaigns and various things, knocking on doors. We must knock on doors to save East Cleveland. Get back to know our neighbors. Joe Clark didn't rebuild East Side High by rebuilding the walls and the buildings. Joe Clark rebuilt East Side High by putting pride in the people in general, in the youth in specific. And that's what we have to do here, right here in East Cleveland. We can't depend on anybody. I mean, the power structure could, they could fix the streets and fix the houses and all that, but we have to fix ourselves because we all know that a lot of people, not only I'm not saying East Cleveland politicians, but politicians in general, if the people don't care about themselves, man, the politicians, they don't care about us. So we have to put pride back in the people and even our elders. Come on outside with us. All these youngsters, they ain't gonna just jump on us and start attacking us. Ask them how they doing. Give them a hug. I got proof, and you can ask people around. We do what we say. Youth programs, women programs, community cleanup programs, free feed the people program. We got the free clothes store at 154-53 Euclid Avenue. It is time to do for ourselves, brothers and sisters. We don't need a merger. All we need is pride in the people. Thank you.
Yo!
Amen to that.
137 booths later.
Congratulations, Mayor, Council, on being appointed, sworn in and everything. Come tonight, disappointed, Mr. Mayor, Council President. For 2 months, I told you I was having the county council come out here to see why we're not getting jobs for East Cleveland people, and why our business people, Mr. King, are not getting business with the county, and why we're not doing goods and services. And we didn't have the merger, but guess who represented East Cleveland? Zach Reed. He came out to hear what the county council was saying, how we get involved in the hotel. 600, this is yours, Madam President, but we're coming back next month. Pass it around for the mayor. One for you, one for council president, one for the clerk. Thank you. This is serious business. This is a 650-room hotel they're building downtown. The county is gonna own the hotel. Only county in the state of Ohio that will own the hotel. We have to get our part of the money. We are 1/3 of the county. Councilman Martin, you use telephone now? I know it's new regime. Get the phone up.
I'm trying to turn it off. If you let me turn it off.
You should have had it off.
No,
And
you don't tell me. Don't tell me
What's
that.
the rules? The rules about telephone.
Read it.
He's cut his phone off. You may continue to
No, I
speak.
said, what are the rules about
The
telephone?
rules is, turn them off on one side, right?
Did you get that?
Wait a minute.
Stop.
Wait a minute. I'm not chastising me.
That's the rule.
No, but
I'm
you
not
don't
chastising.
chastise me. You ain't running your thing
Wait a
over there.
minute, hold on,
Okay.
hold
You
on,
don't chastise me.
hold on,
Chastise
You don't
me. You gotta follow
chastise
the
me.
rules.
Mr.
You don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Beals, please.
I contend.
Mr. Bill.
Thank you.
I contend.
You got a couple of more seconds to
Thank you, sir.
application. 47 seconds.
Thank you. So when they come back in March, please try to be there. This is very serious business. Unemployment is getting worse in this county. Business is getting worse in this county. If you read the paper last week, this is the worst county to live in the United States. They employ. Everybody know that, right? So when they come out here, come and see them. You don't have to come to the library. You can go to the meeting. They meet on Tuesday. So we got to get involved. They passed the law. I thought they passed the law. But Councilman Cornell Jones said it wasn't a law. Ed Fitzgerald, 2 years we've been getting casino money. How much did we get, Mr. Mayor? The rule was, can't get none. So you got to speak to them about that. We want our part of the casino money.
Try to be there next time.
Before you start the time, I'd ask the president for 3 minutes, and then I will give my presentation. If it's granted, I don't know if she did or not, but I would like to bring this before this council and administration.
Mr. O'May, we have 3 minutes. If there is anything else we need to do, put it on the paper, because we asked you one time before the meeting. You may continue, if you have anything else to report, we'll be glad to answer it or make it public.
I won't just public, I don't want to make it public. But anyway, I'm going to start it anyway. amazed. On yesterday, we have an ordinance in the city. The building, which Reverend Small, I believe, owned at one time, we allowed him to have that building. And now it's being raised. And I'll read the ordinance. 1321.01 building working hours. No person shall construct, erect, alter, demolish, excavate, or repair any and about building structure and appliances in the city or on legal holidays on Sunday or Sunday, nor except between the hours of 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. on weekdays, and Saturday other than legal holidays, except in the case of urgency necessary in the interest of public safety, and then only after obtaining a permit therefore from the building inspectors. I will pass this out to each council because apparently we don't know this, and one to the administration as well. And I hope that is enough. If not, I can give the administration one as well. I called the police in reference to this. Yesterday was a legal holiday, which was Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. Legal holiday, nationwide. And instructed them that there was doing removing the structure of the building, and was not watering the building. They went to the administration, and was not watering it. That building had asbestos in it, and that's one of the reasons Reverend Small came back to me and said, I wished I had listened to you from the beginning when I was on council to raise that building to a parking lot. He said he did not have the funds to do so. That building now is being raised, and they removing the building, dust was flying everywhere. And I asked the police, whom is important here? Is the children important? Because their kids live right across the street in front of that building. I said, and then there are other kids right behind me. I said, who is important here? The people of the city, or somebody here raising a building on a legal holiday, which they do not have the right to do so. So it took them a day and a month to get there, and I want to make that sure. It started at 2 o'clock, and it was around 4 o'clock before the police got there. That is, it just doesn't make sense. And then when I did come, I came to the station, brought the legislation, the ordinance to the police. The person that was in charge, the OIC, was Mitchell, and he was nonchalant about it. And then he started on something. I said, I'm not here about something else. I'm here in reference to the welfare and the safety of this of the city and the people that live where that building is being constructed. I said, you need to stop them, and that's illegal. I know my time is not up yet.
He's keeping time.
I told him that not to, ain't no way I've been up here no 3 years. And each council member is required to appoint 10 people to the CAC, and I hope that you will do that, or whatever.
Thank you very much.